It's not a coincidence that this Shabbat, which is the Shabbat after Shavuot, is a Shabbat within which the Idra Raba, the great assembly, the great secrets are revealed, but because it's only with the assistance of the light of Shavuot that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and his friends, his students, were able to reveal these secrets and this light. And therefore, again, the first thing we want to come to on this Shabbat is an appreciation for what is available for us. That all the light that we received on Shavuot, we are able to manifest it in wisdom, in understanding, in blessings on this Shabbat. So we don't look at the Idra Raba, the great assembly, these great revelations, as something that occurred once in history from which we will take maybe some secrets, but more importantly, this same awakening of light and connection and blessings is available for us on this Shabbat. And therefore I want to read a little bit from the Idra Raba, from the Great Assembly, and again the purpose of this reading is to connect us, because every single one of us connected to a certain amount of light, a certain amount of blessings on this Shavuot. But really it is only with the assistance of the Idra Raba, with the assistance of the great revelation of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai in this Shabbat, that we can truly manifest and hold on and reveal even greater of the great light of Shavuot, the great light of revelation. When you read through the Idra Raba, you see at least two interesting things. One would assume that because Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai was the channel for this great wisdom, for these great secrets, that he would be the one speaking. He would be the one revealing. And while it's true that in the Idra Raba, in this great assembly, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai does speak and does reveal secrets, but what you'll notice is that he's actually awakening his students to reveal. He's giving his students the ability to elevate and to grow and to reveal. And therefore, in almost every important step within this great revelation, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai calls one of his students to reveal the next secret. And they do, because Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, and this is the power of a true teacher, he doesn't simply reveal to his students, but he elevates them so that they can reveal. He elevates them so that they can bring these secrets to the world. And that's the first important understanding to have. And again, what we want to ask from Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai on the Shabbat is not that he reveals to us the secret, but just as with his students, he was able to elevate them so that they can reveal, we ask that we receive the assistance from Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai so that we can reveal these secrets. After every single one of his students revealed a certain secret, he then, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, uses that revelation as a blessing to that student. For instance, those of you who remember on Shavuot, we spoke about one of the levels that is called Pekicha De'ena, which is the level when the light of the Creator is always shining on an individual. And that is a level of light that we can connect to on Shavuot. So when in the Idra Raba, one of the students reveals that light of what's called the Pekicha De'ein, the opening of the eyes, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai then at the end of the revelation says, I bless you now that the eyes of the Creator will shine on you always. Because what Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai did is that he used that revelation, that opening of the channel created by that student, to draw those blessings to the world. And therefore the second understanding that we want to have when we connect to the Idra Raba is that these secrets that are being revealed are not simply secrets, but what they are pathways to blessing. They are pathways to blessings. And each one of these complete secrets that are revealed in the Idra Raba, they are actually an opening of a pathway to blessings that had never existed before, but that since the revelation of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and his students, it is now available to us. And by connecting to the Idra Raba, we not only again connect to the wisdom and understanding and light, but we also connect to the new blessings that were awakened by Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and his students. Tanya, we learned, Amar Rabbi Shimon lechevraya. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai said to the friends, Ad eimat neitiv b'kaima dechad samcha. How long will we allow ourselves and the world to continue going on without these revelations? Ktiv et la'asot laHashem heferu toratecha. Yomin zeirin The days are short. There isn't a lot of time to complete these revelations. Umare dechova dachik. And all the negative forces are pushing against us. And again, even simply historically, without even taking into account all the supernal, the negative angels and negative forces that would try to stop this revelation, physically in this time, the Romans were doing all that they can, including killing, to stop this wisdom, this light from being revealed. And there are only a few who are willing to devote themselves to this light, to this wisdom. Idra. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai calls the students, the friends, to this assembly. And he tells the students, he says, we're not simply here to study, we're here to do battle. And he tells them, bring your swords and your weapons of war. Meaning that they know that this isn't simply a time to sit and hear new wisdom or secrets, but it's a time to do battle with the negative forces that exist in our world. Yativ Rabbi Shimon ubacha. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai sat down and he began crying. V'amar, and he said, Vayik aleina, woe if I reveal these great secrets. Vayilog aleina, and woe if I do not reveal these great secrets. Chavraya dahavu taman ishtiku. The friends, there were 9 people, the 9 students who were around Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, they became silent. Kama Rabbi Abba, and one of the students, Rabbi Abba, stood up. Ve'amar le, and he said to him, Inicha kamei demar legala. If you, our master, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, feels that the time for these revelations has come, reveal them. Haktiv sod Hashem li're'av, because we know that secrets can't simply be revealed, and this light and blessings of these secrets can't simply be revealed by a great soul. There have to be vessels. There have to be students. There have to be receivers of this wisdom. So Rabbi Abba says to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, he says, don't worry to reveal these secrets, because it's not only you, the giver of these secrets, the revealer of these secrets. The students, the 9 of us, are prepared for this revelation. We have already have partaken of some of your revelations, some of your secrets. Ta'ana, we learned, Itmanu chevraya kamei Rabbi Shimon. The students were counted in front of Rabbi Shimon. V'ishtakhu, and they were found to be Rabbi Elazar Berei, his son Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Abba, the scribe, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Yossi Bar Yaakov, Rabbi Yitzchak, Rabbi Chizkiah Berav, Rabbi Chia, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Yesa. These were the names of the 9 students. They gathered together, and now Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai accepts that the time is to reveal these secrets. Yadayin Yahavu Rabbi Shimon, they give their hands, all of them, to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Ve'etzba an zakfu le'ela, and they raise their fingers up. Ve'alu bechakla beine ilane v'yatvu, and they go and they sit in what we know it still exists, is the place that they sat in, which is sort of a cave with an overhang in the field. And Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and the 9 students sat there. Kam Rabbi Shimon stood up, B'tzalitz lote, and he prayed. Yati begavayu, and he sat amongst them, amongst the 9 friends. Ve'amar, and he said, Kol chad yashvi yadoi betukfei. Each one of us put their hand into them, and so that they can prepare to begin this revelation. And then Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai goes on to reveal, as we said, not simply the entire way this world, our physical world and the supernal worlds came into be, the entire really complete secrets of Kabbalah, but more importantly, he elevated his students to connect to this light. And really for us, what he did is that he opened up these new pathways of blessings that never existed before. And therefore, sometimes when I think about it, I'm not sure we all really take the opportunity to connect to the Idra Raba, because there are very few connections. There are very few connections that can open to us pathways of blessings, literally, that had never existed before, than the reading of the Idra Raba, the connecting to the Idra Raba, because as we said, what happens here is that every one of the students, with the assistance of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, opens up reveals this great light and pathway to blessings that cannot be accessed any other way. Towards the end of the Idra Raba, the great assembly, it says, Tana, we learned, Bacha Rabbi Shimon cried, Ve'arim koleh, and he raised his voice, Ve'amar, and he said, if through the secrets and the words that we have revealed here, if we had all, meaning me, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, and the 9 students literally left the world on this day, it would be fine. Because the light that we have revealed, what we have prepared for this world is enough. And then he said, you know what? It's almost as if he thought, my job is done here. But then he has a second thought, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, and he says, Hadribi, I take that back. It is revealed, it is known before the Creator. All that I have revealed here was not for myself. And I have not revealed these secrets and this light for the friends who are here. I did this for the world. I did this so that people won't be lost. Worthy is my lot that I have been the channel for the revelation of these great secrets. Itgali al Yadana, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says, it has been revealed through us. What had not been revealed even since the time of the revelation at Sinai by Moses. And it says, as the friends went out, everywhere that they looked, there was a beautiful smell coming up from the earth. Amar Rabbi Shimon said, Shma mina, we can understand from this, the alma mitbarech beginan, that the world has been blessed because of us, because of the light that we have revealed, because of the secrets that we have revealed. And the faces of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and his students, the friends, all shined with great light. And their faces shone so brightly that nobody could even look them directly in the face, as it says about Moses, that he had to put a veil on his face because the light that shined from him was so powerful, was so great. This is the light that we can connect to on the Shabbat. There was no other time in the year that this light of the Idra Raba, this great assembly, where Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, as we said, not only revealed all the secrets to his students, to his friends, but that they awakened tremendous pathways of blessings to the world. As Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says, as they're walking, they see everywhere they go, the earth smells beautifully. Because he said, we see from here, the alma mitbarech beginan, that the earth, the land, the world has been blessed by these great revelations. So therefore, the first very powerful, very important request that we want to have on the Shabbat, specifically the Shabbat after Shavuot, that all the pathways, all the blessings, all the light that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and his students revealed on this Shabbat in the Idra Raba should be open to us. Then therefore I say, every single one of us, we have the opportunity this afternoon, make a connection to the Idra Raba, because there's no other time of the year that these pathways, this great revelation, these great blessings are available to us as on this Shabbat. And therefore, again, what we ask on this Shabbat, that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and the students not only give us these pathways, give us this light, give us these blessings, but that they awaken us, enable us, allow us to grow so that we ourselves can reveal this light and these blessings for ourselves and for the world. It is, again, a tremendous opportunity that is only available in its truest, purest form on this Shabbat. And I hope we all both ask for it and receive and do what we can in the afternoon to awaken this connection, this light. The second thing I want to share, many of us know in this week's portion, there's an interesting, dramatic discussion of what's called the Sota. Sota is a story of a couple, married, where the husband is jealous of his wife, and he is particularly jealous of her relationship with a certain individual. He has reason to believe that she's not being faithful to him. So he says to his wife, I forbid you to be alone with this person. For whatever reason, obviously the relationship is not as developed as it should be. She disregards her husband's request, and she is alone. She is found to be alone with this man, the same man her husband asked her not to be alone with. And now the question is, where do they go from here? And we won't go into all the details of the process, but there's something very interesting that I know can teach us a very, very important lesson. So part of the process to see whether she has been faithful or not is that the name of the Creator, the Yud Kei Vav Kei, the most powerful name, the Tetragrammaton, is written on parchment, and then it is literally erased. It is erased, and the ink is poured into a cup of water, and the woman drinks it. If she has not been faithful, not good things happen. But if she has been faithful, actually great blessings come to her and to her husband and to her family. So much so that it says that if the woman, for instance, had been barren, if she had not been able to have children her entire life, after going through this process, she is able to have children. So much so that some people would actually do this process even if they weren't really jealous of their wives, just so they can be blessed with children. But the point that I want to focus on is this idea that the Tetragrammaton, the Yud Kei Vav Kei, is written down on a piece of paper and then it is erased. And throughout the writings of the Kabbalists, there is great protection around the Tetragrammaton. We know there are many ways that the Tetragrammaton is not allowed to be used because it is such a powerful name, so much light within that name. Yet we find that in order to bring peace between a man and a woman, between a husband and a wife, the Creator not only allows, but He asks for His name to be erased. And from here we can be awakened, and I'd like to share a story, but we can be awakened to the power and to the degree to which one should allow himself or herself to be denigrated in order to assist peace and awaken love between two people. And there's what I think is really an amazing story in the Midrash on this Shabbat, and this is the story. Maaseh Rabbi Meir, one of the great sages, Rabbi Meir, shehaya yoshev v'doresh beleil Shabbat. On Friday night, he would teach, and people would come and listen to him and study from the great sage Rabbi Meir. V'isha achat hayta badrasha, and there was a woman who was there listening to him, and Rabbi Meir went on for a long time. So by the time that the woman and her husband, who wasn't interested in listening to Rabbi Meir, was waiting for her at home, so by the time she comes home, she sees the candle had gone out already. It was very late at night. So her husband says to her, where have you been until now? She said to him, I was listening to Rabbi Meir teach. This person, her husband, was not a very positive person. And he certainly didn't like the fact that his wife was spending her time listening to Rabbi Shimon teaching. He'd rather she spend her time only with him. He was not interested in his own spiritual development. He certainly was not interested in his wife's spiritual development. He wanted her home. He wanted her to take care of him. Amar la bekach vekach ein at nichneset lebeiti ad shetelchi v'taroki befanav shel Rabbi Meir. And the husband says, I promise, I swear, I will not let you into the house until you spit in the face of Rabbi Meir. So one can imagine, certainly this woman was never going to spit in the face of Rabbi Meir. And the Midrash tells us that for 1 week she was out of the house, for 2 weeks she was out of the house, for 3 weeks she was out of the house. And finally her friends say, you know what, I mean, you can't go on like this. And they say, why don't you just go to the place where Rabbi Meir teaches? Maybe something will happen that can help you. So Elijah the prophet is revealed to Rabbi Meir. Amar lo, and he said to Rabbi Meir, Harei bishvilcha yatsa ha'isha mebeita. He says to him, because of you, Rabbi Meir, there's now separation between a husband and a wife. Because of you, this wife has been thrown out. Hodio Eliyahu zachor lato v'hechaya ma'aseh. And Eliyahu Navi tells him the whole story. Ma'asa Rabbi Meir. So what did Rabbi Meir do? He went and he sat in the hall of study. Ba'ata ota isha li'itpalel. And that woman who was now broken, didn't know what to do with her marriage, she came into the hall of study to pray. V'ra'a ota. And Rabbi Meir sees her. And he acts as if he's concerned about his eyes. He's concerned for ayin hara. And he asks her, Amar la yodat at lilchosh la'ayin. He asks her, he says, do you know how to heal my eyes? I'm concerned that somebody might have put ayin hara, evil eye, on me. Do you know how to heal it? And she said, no, I have no idea how to help you. Amar la, so Rabbi Meir says, I know how to heal it, but I need somebody else to do this for me. He says, the cure for ayin hara and for this problem that I have right now is for you to spit on me 7 times. V'yitavli, and if you do this, I'll be healed. Astakin, so of course the woman, Rabbi Meir asks her, so she spits on him 7 times. Amar la, so that after she's done spitting on him, Rabbi Meir says to the woman, Imri le ba'alech, say to your husband, Ata amarta la shetarok pa'am achat, you asked that I spit on him only once. V'hi racheka zayin pa'amim, and she has already spit on me and Rabbi Meir 7 times. So Rabbi Meir was able to have the husband and wife, at least on this level, get together. But the students, Rabbi Meir was a great leader and a sage, and all the students come to Rabbi Meir when they see what's going on. This woman standing there 7 times spitting on their teacher. Amrulo talmidav, so the students of Rabbi Meir came to him and he said, Kach mevazim divrei Torah? Is this the way you allow, forget about, you yourself, maybe you allow yourself to be, embarrassed in this way, treated in this way, but this isn't the way a person of your stature should allow himself to be treated. Ilo hayita omer lanu haynu mevi'im oto umalkin oto ala safsal umachzerin lo et ishto. If all you were worried about is for the husband and wife to get together, we would have brought him here, warned him, or maybe beat him a little bit, and he would have agreed to have his wife come back home. You didn't have to embarrass yourself in this way in order to simply bring the husband and wife together again. Amar lahem, so Rabbi Meir says to his students, Lo yeheh kavod meir, my honor should not be greater mikavod kono, than the honor of the Creator. Umayim shem hakadosh shenichdav b'kedusha. The Creator says, my name, the Creator's name, the Tetragrammaton, which is written in a holiness, full of light. Amar hakatuv sheyimache al hamayim, it says that you can erase it and put it into water. Lehatil shalom ben ish leishto, to bring peace between a husband and a wife. Kvod meir lo kol sheken. My honor can also be erased to bring peace between a husband and a wife. And we learn from here a few very important understandings. To simply solve this one problem that was happening between this husband and the wife, there were many other ways. Rabbi Meir's students said they would have gladly gone and beaten the man up until he acquiesced to his wife coming back home. But certainly there were other ways to solve this problem, to bring peace between these two people. So it isn't simply that it was a last resort that Rabbi Meir allowed himself to be spat on 7 times. He teaches us something new here. Again, many of us, if we have the opportunity or think we might have the opportunity to bring peace between people, we'll do some things. There's a limit, though, to how much we will do, and certainly I doubt many of us would put ourselves in a situation where we'd be completely humiliated just to bring peace between 2 people, to awaken love between 2 people. Even if it was the only way. Even if it was the only way. And that would be a great lesson if that was all Rabbi Meir was teaching us, that if you want to have blessings in your life, if you want to be connected to the light of the Creator, learn from the Creator. He allows His name to be erased. He allows His embarrassment to bring peace between people. to awaken love between people. And that's a great lesson, again, even in cases that is a last resort. But the truth is that R.Meir is teaching us a deeper and more powerful lesson. Because, as we said, in this case, it wasn't that this was the only resort. There were other ways that R.Meir could have thought of that would have worked, that would have brought peace, awakened love between these two people. But what R.Meir is teaching us is a much more powerful lesson. The Creator on this Shabbat isn't simply telling us that one way to awaken again, to bring peace between the husband and the wife, is to allow His name to be written and erased. The Creator is teaching us the way the world works, the way the light, the blessings of the light of the Creator work. The true and great miracles that are awakened by the light of the Creator come when a person is willing to completely humiliate himself. Not when there's no other way, but simply because he knows that is the way. That my purpose in this world is to awaken love, to awaken connection, to awaken unity. And if a way, not the only way, but one of the ways for me to be able to do that is by allowing myself to be completely humiliated, I will do that. Why? Not because it's the only way, because there might be other ways for me to awaken this connection, this love between these two people. But because if I want true blessings in my life, if I want the great blessings, as is discussed on this Shabbat, to come into my life, I have to grab that opportunity, to push myself down in order to awaken love, to awaken unity between two people. And therefore, R.Meir in this case, as we said, and this is a very important thing to remember, there were other ways for R.Meir to make it okay between the husband and the wife, between these two people. But he saw the opportunity and he grabbed it. He said, if I can allow her to spit on me, and through that bring unity, I'm going to grab that opportunity because I want this connection to the light of the Creator. I want these blessings. If R.Meir would have brought peace between the husband and the wife in other ways, if, for instance, he would have had his students go and help convince the husband to allow her back in the house, yes, he would have brought unity and love between, maybe love, but unity between the husband and the wife again, but he would have missed this opportunity. And therefore, again, in this Shabbat, it says that the Creator says, write my name and erase it, embarrass me, humiliate me, so that I can help bring unity between the husband and the wife, the man and the woman. And this, again, is a lesson for every single one of us. There are times that we see two people who aren't getting along, two people who, in some way, we might be able to awaken unity and love between them. And there's always a place up until which we will go to try to help, to try to bring them together. What the Creator and what R.Meir learned from the Creator, and we should learn from the Creator, is that there is probably no greater way for any single individual, any one of us, to bring great light and blessings into our life than to bring unity and connection and love between two people. And if we have the opportunity to humiliate ourselves through that process, to push ourselves down through that process, then the light and the blessings that we can and will receive will be endless. If we bring about love and unity in other ways, yes, we'll receive some light. But R.Meir says, grab this opportunity if it ever comes, and you have the ability to awaken love and unity between others, by also humiliating yourself, grab that opportunity. Because yes, you will receive light if you awaken love and unity between people in other ways, but there is no end to the amount of light and blessings that you can bring into your life by pushing yourself to awaken love and unity between people when it's difficult, when it's embarrassing, when you don't want to do it. It's a very important lesson, a very powerful story. The last thing I want to share, as we said, this really is the Shabbat of blessings. In this Shabbat there is the revelation of what's called the Birkat Kohanim, the blessings of the priests. It is the blessings also that we use in blessing other people. It is 3 verses, 3 phrases that are very powerful channels of blessing. What is the secret? Besides, of course, the literal words are powerful and beautiful on their own, but really, what is the secret to be able to access these great blessings? Literally, Yivarechecha Hashem, may the Creator bless you, V'yishmerecha, and protect you. Yair Hashem panav elecha, may the Creator shine His light upon you, V'yichuneka, and bring down joy and peace to you. Yisa Hashem panav elecha, the Creator should raise His face, shine His face to you, V'yasem lecha shalom, and give you peace. How do we, and more importantly, what is the real secret with which we can access these blessings? There are two types of blessings that can come into this world. Many of us, many people, unfortunately, live a life without blessings or with limited blessings. But even a person who is making connections and bringing blessings into his life, there are two different ways that blessings can manifest. One is we'll call natural blessings. A person does the spiritual work, he makes his connections, and therefore through his connections he brings sustenance into his life, joy into his life. All different levels of blessings, powerful blessings, important blessings, but within the realm of nature. And certainly that's important and that's good, and we all would rather have natural blessings than certainly, chas v'shalom, no blessings. But there's a higher level. There's a higher level of blessings that we should all be working towards, that we should all be striving for. And that is blessings that are beyond nature. Blessings that are not following the natural path of things, but blessings beyond nature, blessings of miracles. Those are the two types of blessings that we can draw into our lives. Many of us, unfortunately, become satisfied with blessings within the realm of nature. And maybe even we'll make a little bit more connection and share a little bit more or do more actions to reveal light because we want more of those natural blessings in our lives. And that's good. Nothing wrong with natural blessings. But this Shabbat is more powerful than that. This Shabbat is more important than that. On this Shabbat, we are given the opening to blessings of miracles. Blessings that aren't within the realm of nature. Blessings that come to us consistently, not in natural ways. None of us should be happy, should be satisfied with natural blessings. One of the greatest ways to block blessings of miracles, blessings that are miraculous, is by being satisfied with where we currently are, the level of blessings that we have. The Creator on the Shabbat of blessings, asks us to stop being satisfied with natural blessings. Because if you're satisfied with natural blessings, you are closing yourself off to miraculous blessings. So now we understand part of the gift that is available on this Shabbat. The channel is being opened up through the help of the Idra Raba, through the revelation of the blessing of the Kohanim, of the priests, of blessings, but not simply blessings, but miraculous blessings. How do we access those miraculous blessings? And the answer is logical, it's simple, but it is very, very difficult to do, and most of us don't do this. We know, as Rav Brandwein shares with the Rav, a teaching from the Baal Shem Tov, Hashem Tzilcha, which means, as we behave, so the light of the Creator behaves with us. How is our spiritual work? Is it natural? Good, powerful, strong. But natural spiritual work, we wake up every Shabbat to come here at 9 or 10 or whatever to make our connection, and throughout the week we make our connections, we share when we can. Is our work, again, important? A person can go his entire life being tremendously spiritual and doing so many things right, but all within the realm of nature. Natural, important, very good spiritual work. And a person, again, you can look at them, we can look at them, we can look at ourselves and say, this person This person is a very spiritual person. He makes all the connections. He doesn't allow one connection to go by. Any opportunity that he has to share, he almost always takes it. He lives his spiritual life within the realm of nature, and he does do. We do a lot. But as long as our spiritual work is within the realm of nature, we cannot hope to access anything except natural blessings. And again, as we said, natural blessings are much better than no blessings at all. But they are nowhere near miraculous blessings. Nowhere near the opening, the channel that is available for us on the Shabbat. But besides the connection that we can make on the Shabbat, the only real way to access miraculous blessings is by making sure that our spiritual work is not natural. And that's the question we have to ask ourselves on the Shabbat. If I want, and I hope we do, at least are awakened to desire miraculous blessings, if I want miraculous blessings in my life, then my spiritual work needs to be miraculous. It needs to be beyond nature. And that's the question we have to ask ourselves on the Shabbat. Is my spiritual work beyond nature? Meaning, for instance, do I make my connection, but sometimes I might be tired, I might not feel like it, I won't push myself that extra mile. Sometimes I want to share in physical ways, with money or other ways, and I'll do it when I have the opportunity, but sometimes it's too much. Sometimes it's too difficult. It's beyond my nature, and I stop. Every single time we have the opportunity, and we have them almost every day, to connect and share and push beyond our nature, and we don't, what we're saying to the supernal worlds, I don't want miraculous blessings. I'm satisfied with my natural blessings. Give me only the natural blessings. Who doesn't want, and this is again a tremendous opening that is available to us on this Shabbat. Who doesn't want miraculous blessings? We all want miraculous blessings. But there's only one way to access those miraculous blessings. On this Shabbat we ask to receive the assistance and the strength to make our spiritual work miraculous. Today, tomorrow, maybe this afternoon we'll be so tired we want to rest. And I remember that we said that it's the Shabbat of the Idra Raba. So we'll make a connection for a minute or 2 or 5 or 10. But after 15 minutes we're tired, or we think we've done enough. Or maybe, and then we say, no, I want to push myself beyond. I'm going to go 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And every single time, and again, we're not expected to do this every time. But if we want to draw miraculous blessings into our lives, we need to do this consistently. And we have to view ourselves in a completely different way. Not, am I making my connections? Am I being spiritual? Which is great, again, as we said, that will reveal light, that will bring blessings into your life, but with natural blessings. The question we have to ask ourselves, think about this past week, this past month, think about today and tomorrow and the next week and months. How many times did I take the opportunity to push myself to make a connection, to share when it was difficult, when I didn't want to, when my nature said no? And what we have to be clear about is that every single time I allow my nature to say, until here, no more, I say to the supernal blessings, only natural blessings, please. I don't want any miraculous blessings. But every time we don't want to, every time we push ourselves beyond, and this needs to be our consciousness, why am I sharing now even though it's so difficult for me? Why am I making this connection even though I really don't want to? There's so many other things that my nature tells me I want to do now. Why am I doing it today, 2 times a day, 3 times a day, 5 times a day, consistently? Because I know that through these actions, these moments, that I push myself to share and to connect that I don't want to, I am opening for myself the flow, the channel of miraculous blessings. And I am no longer satisfied with natural blessings. I want the opportunity of the Shabbat, the blessings, for the blessings not simply to be natural, but to be miraculous. And I know that I have to do 2 things for that. I have to make the connection on the Shabbat. I have to awaken this vessel to receive these blessings. But then throughout the week, what I have to do is push myself from my work, from my connections, from my actions of sharing to be beyond my nature. Because that is the only way that we can draw miraculous blessings into our life. And therefore we asked, what is the secret of the blessing of the priests? What are the secret of these 3 verses? It's one. The blessings of the priests, Yivarechecha Hashem v'yishmerecha, Ye'er Hashem panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Hashem panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Those 3 phrases are not an awakening of natural blessings. They are the channels to awaken miraculous blessings. But the only way we can access it is by making our spiritual work miraculous. By grabbing the opportunity every time our nature says no, we say yes. And we say yes, we push ourselves to share when it's difficult, when we don't want to, we make the connection when we don't want to. Why? Because I know that through this action, I'm opening up a little bit the channel of miraculous blessings. We don't want our lives to be filled with simple, natural blessings. We want miraculous blessings. And we know the only way to access it, besides connecting on this Shabbat to this great channel that opens up, is by pushing ourselves consistently every day and every week and every month to make our spiritual work miraculous, to make it beyond nature. And B'ezrat Hashem, if we accept this, if we receive this on this Shabbat, we will be able to at least begin the opening to our lives and to the world blessings that are miraculous. Shabbat Shalom.